From Sunchoke B. Evening, you MiG-15s, NATO call sign, Bigot! Writing this week to let you know the lessons that I have learned on this show helped the big head when the little head wanted to drive me right to the VD highway.
Yeah, you don't want that, man.
Now you make a wrong turn and
Yeah, you get dick worm.
a little bit. I had a flare-up of LOP, stands for lack of poon, and decided to install some dating apps. That's a big mistake. I finally got a match on Tinder with an attractive Asian girl. I had plans to go on an actual date, but I soon found out the profile was a front to set up happy ending massages. No wonder she was Asian.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's a stereotype or anything.
Just saying.
The happy ending rates were fair, and the little head was on board.
So that's about $50 to $150.
Yeah, he's down here going, this could be a good use of $50. Hey,
All right.
What you think, Toby?
It's $50 for the mouth massage head bobs,
Yeah, the
and then
mouth
it's
hugs.
$1,500 to go to urgent care
Yeah.
to get a shot and pills that may or may not take care of your problem.
Yeah, and depending on how old you are, you might have to get a needle in the wiener. That's never good. Ugh. But then I remembered all the times I've heard about leaky dicks on this channel. Somehow the hours of sermons that I have heard from Popp about Saint Riggs, the patron saint of dickworms, help the big head overpower the little head and walk away from this bad decision. My shit-talking uncle saved me from a dickworm, future blackmail, and other sketchy stuff. I appreciate you guys.
Outstanding. Well, I'm glad we helped you out.
Saint Riggs, the patron saint of dickworms.
Well, he's probably dead, so he probably is
It's probably true. You're going to have to get like a Saint Riggs statue, put it on the dashboard of your car, and then the next time you decide to pick up a hitchhiker and she offers to pay you with a mouth hug, you can look at Saint Riggs and be like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, here's $5 though. Get yourself some Hardee's.
I should do a video and break it down. I already did the cost for like the 3 dates to sexual activity.
Yeah.
Then I could just take those numbers and then figure out how much you actually paid per head bob and pump. Or if it's just titties, or if it's one titty or two titty. I mean,
paid way too much for a mouth hug, bro. She charged me an extra 10 for the palm puffer.
it's a mouth hug. That was funny when we came up with that in the car, man.
Mouth hug.
Mouth hug, head bob.
More hugging, less talking, baby. We do have 2 new lives saved, and we did promise that we would read the messages on the stream tonight. Mm-hmm. This first one's a little longer, but it all balances out because number 506 is quite short.
All right.
So this comes from number 505. Hey, Pop, you can call me Doc. I'm not even sure how to start this letter to you. I've contemplated writing it for a while. The letter has been over 5 years in the making, and finally, a nice tall glass of Tully and a pretty rough day has brought it about. So it all started when I got out of the Marine Corps. Med Sep after a motorcycle accident, just wandering aimlessly through life. I'd wanted to be a Marine since I was about 5 years old, so yeah, a little disorienting. I met this girl, Christina. Yes, that's her real name. No, I don't give a fuck about changing her name. Well, as things go, she got pregnant, and me being young and raised in an old-school family, I married the can't-understand normal thinker. Things go by for a couple of years and progressively get worse. Accusations about cheating. Meanwhile, her nights out with her friends, her coming back with scratch-off tickets instead of a rent check. Yeah. Add to that, she was extremely abusive, up to and including stabbing me.
Oh, my God.
Not once, but twice because of an unknown number in my phone.
Yeah. Was she Mexican? That's just like or an Italian. I mean,
Woo!
they get pretty nasty.
I'm not going to say you're wrong. That's, wow. That's insane. I was raised till death do us part and stuck around. It seriously sounds insane when I write it all down.
Yeah.
It didn't help that the hospital and cops basically laughed me off. Yeah, because equality, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Men are totally held above women in every facet, except for, everything. Well, it all comes to a head after her mother divorced her 5th husband.
Whoa.
Yes, 5th. This biatcha wasn't riding the bratwurst bonanza. She owned an entire cock plantation and decided to just put rings on all the different ones that she loved sucking on.
Oh! Damn.
Oh, man, it's like how they tag sharks when they pull them out of the water and send them back for scientific study. Well, after some emotional manipulation, I said that she could stay with us.
Oh, my God.
Big mistake.
The mother-in-law invasion has begun.
Oh, yeah. Within a month, the whole atmosphere had changed even worse than it was originally. Then one day, it happened. I came home early and found her in bed with another man.
Oh, yeah.
It was weird. It was both wildly shocking and yet completely expected. I immediately drew my sidearm and aimed it at them. Whoo, that escalated quickly. The guy said something about not knowing. Probably BS, but I wasn't sure. So I told him that's okay, but to get dressed and face the wall. And I told her to just hold still and that it would all be over soon enough. Slow, steady squeeze, and I got a click instead of a bang. Remedial action, and nothing but a click yet again. So I was a little irritated and took it as a sign to just leave. And I did.
Uh-huh.
Well, a week goes by, and I got arrested for domestic assault and battery. No, not for that night, but for something that was completely made up, stating that I came over and assaulted her or some such insanity while I was out with my friends on his farm. And wouldn't you know it, by the time I made bail that Monday, the whole house had been packed up. All the valuables were magically gone, to include my motorcycles, Range Rover, and all my tools. Well, what's
Wow.
she going to do with them? Then I walk into the backyard and find my shadow box, my flag, medical records, and many other valuables in a pile of ashes. Not gonna lie, I've pretty much moved on, but writing this reminds me why I plan to piss on her grave and shout obscenities during her funeral. That is, wow.
Yeah, I don't know if I would probably arrange for some bad shit to happen to that woman.
Well, I mean, think about it. And this is just typical modern women completely allergic to accountability. She gets caught cheating, and then, as a result of that, gets him arrested, steals all his shit, and then lights the valuables on fire. And in her mind, that's completely justified. And there will be women who will side with her on this.
Correct. And listen, this is like one of the main reasons the marriage rate is the lowest it has ever been.
Wow.
Quite literally, this is going to kill our country.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to take, 10, 20 years and we're done.
At this rate, you're not wrong. Oh, wow. But this isn't all bad news, man. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed one part of it. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Fast forward a bit, and due to all of her horse shit and a bit of my own with trying to contact her even though she filed a restraining order, I wanted to see my son and was going crazy without my family sue me. I ended up in prison for a year. Staring down the barrel of second-class citizenship, I decided to split my neck with a broken-down razor blade, hit a vein instead of an artery, and somehow survived by sheer dumb luck.
Wow.
Didn't hurt that I was a grunt with essentially a scalpel and not a combat knife, otherwise this story wouldn't have a happy ending. But it isn't all bad news. I'm sure that you hear plenty of that as it is. I served my time, have been out for about 5 years now. Stellar citizen, paying my child extortion fees like a good little slave, etc. Not so much as a parking ticket, and I'm currently shopping for property to start my own farm with my savings. Yeah, talk about beating a sword into a plow. But yeah, working a very good paying union job, plenty of money to buy the women I want to rent for the weekend.
All right.
And life is good. I'm on course to retire early, and I couldn't be happier. Now to the point where you came in. I literally had the clothes on my back and the brain skills my brains and skills when I was released. I bartered for a place to stay based on some of my skills I had learned in the Corps, and was in a pretty rough part of town. Shit was really tough, like Hollywood type bad. I still remember every little detail. I was sitting on a couch that smelled like piss and mildew, cracked out idiot neighbors all around, and I was just like, screw it. Today's the day I'm done with this. I went to a surplus store, bought an EGA, stopped by the liquor store on my way home, drank about half the bottle, loaded the pistol. Yeah, gun control totally works for any of the libtard dumb fucks that care to know. Put on the EGA, and then sat down on the edge of the tub. I laughed because I had to piss, but that wouldn't matter if I shot myself, so I took a piss, and then I heard my phone go off, vibrate, whatever. I kind of selfishly hoped it was the ex asking for more money so I could FaceTime me blowing my brains out and hope that it would cause her the same level of pain that she had caused me. It wasn't her. It was you.
Wow. Okay.
One of your videos or live streams or some shit. And, of course, I look around and I'm like, fuck it, nobody's going to know I waited to watch a video. And sure as fuck, you said something about they're not worth it. To which I literally responded out loud, the fuck you know about this shit, or something to that effect. Then you talked about your family situation, sleeping in a car, and I kept watching. The point is, I woke up the next day with a pistol in one hand and my phone in the other, and that was the day things started to change. I got a legitimate job, cleaned myself up, and started getting shit done in the right direction. I never said thank you before, and I definitely don't write fan mail ever. That's it, bro. I don't give a damn about my number. I'm not over here trying to suck your dick or some shit to get out on a video. I just wanted to say thank you and that I appreciate everything that you did for me even though we never met. You were with me in a pretty dark time. I'll never forget it. Doc.
All right.
Damn.
That's a good letter.
That's a very good letter. Wow.
But
Holy hell.
All right. What should have happened is this. He should have ran the dude out of there, right?
Yeah.
Packed up all of your sensitive shit right then and there, put in one of your vehicles, and leave.
Yep.
And then go right to the bank and take your money out and then fight it out in court. Well, I don't know if I could handle. Yeah, like if all my stuff got burned, there would definitely be some retribution.
Yeah, I mean, you losing your dog was bad enough.
Yeah. Well, I hope I can put that behind me because if I was to come down with a terminal illness, it would be bad for somebody. I'm not going to say any names. I'm just saying.
I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to tell.
All right.
Just how it used to be in the military before shit hit the fan.
Yep.
Zer. That totally works. All right, and then we have number 506, who goes by Matt. Just want to let you guys know that years ago I had a very low point and didn't think that I would live to see my next birthday. Then I found your content and it saved my life. I was able to rebuild myself bigger, stronger, faster, and even more wealthy than I could have imagined. Big Tau for life.
Big Tau.
Yes. Out frickin' standing.
Yeah. Bionic MGTOW.
Yes.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Popp for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.